Every morning, Jake made the same promise. Tomorrow, I start. He said it with confidence, like a man who already saw his future. A bigger field, strong rice swaying in the wind, money in his father's hands, his sister laughing on the way to school. Jake could see it all. The life he wanted felt so real every night. Then morning came. The rooster cried out before the sun. Jake opened his eyes. Cold air touched his face. The hoe leaned by the door, waiting. Outside, the village was already moving. Footsteps in the dirt road, buckets hitting the well, plows cutting into dry soil. Work had started. Jake looked toward the door. Then he felt it. The blanket. Warm, heavy, comfortable. His hand pulled it higher. "Just a little more rest," he whispered. The field could wait. It always did. At night, Jake became a different man. An oil lamp flickered beside him. His notebook opened. He drew bigger fields, wrote plans, numbers, dreams. My father won't have to bend his back forever. My sister will finish school. Jake smiled at the page. In the quiet room, he felt unstoppable. He whispered the words softly. Success is coming. Then he blew out the lamp and fell asleep. Days passed, then weeks. Every morning the same promise. Every night the same dream. And every morning the blanket won. The hoe stayed by the door. The field stayed empty. And the notebook filled with plans that never touched the soil. Then the village fair arrived, the biggest day of the year. The best crops would win money, respect, a future. Jake told everyone the same thing. This year, my rice will be the best. His friends nodded politely. They had heard it before. The next afternoon, the crowd gathered. Names were called. Farmers stepped on stage. Then Jake heard a familiar one. Ethan. His younger brother walked up slowly, a small bag of rice in his hands. The judge smiled wide. Best young farmer this year. The crowd clapped. Jake clapped too. But something inside him twisted. Not anger, not jealousy. Something worse. Regret. Because Jake knew something the crowd didn't. Ethan had started planting at sunrise. Every morning. That night, the room felt different. No lamp, no notebook. Jake lay on the mat, staring at the roof. The blanket rested on his chest, but now it felt heavy, too heavy, like a hand pressing him down. He heard his own voice echo in his mind. Success is coming. The room stayed silent. Because deep down, Jake knew the truth. Success had been knocking every morning, and he never opened the door. Slowly, Jake sat up. His feet touched the cold dirt floor. The blanket slid off his shoulders. For the first time, it looked small. Just cloth. Nothing more. He stood, walked to the door, pushed it open. Moonlight spilled across the empty field. It was quiet, waiting. Jake stepped outside. The rooster cried again the next morning, but this time Jake was already awake. No speeches, no promises. He grabbed the hoe. The mud was cold. His back hurt quickly. His hands blistered. But the rows began to grow. One line, then another, then another. Weeks passed, then months. Green rice rose from the soil. Not perfect, not the tallest, but real, alive. Jake stopped talking about success. He was too busy working. The next year, the fair returned. Jake stood quietly on the stage, a small bag of grain in his hands. The crowd clapped. His father wiped his eyes. His sister jumped with joy. Jake just smiled, not proud, just grateful. That night, Jake returned home. The room was quiet. The mat waited in the corner. The blanket was folded neatly. He lay down slowly. For the first time, the bed felt like what it was always meant to be, just a place to rest, not the place where dreams go to die. Because success had never been far away, it was always waiting for Jake to get out of bed.